Let's go Broncos! The Denver Broncos are about to achieve something historic, and what happens in the next few days could change everything. The path to the playoffs is open, but the margin for error? Minimal. We're not just talking about securing a bye in the first round, we're talking about controlling the entire AFC playoff schedule. And I've uncovered some behind-the-scenes details, playoff possibilities, and strategic plays by Sean Payton that will surprise you. Trust me, you'll want to watch until the end of this video because what I'm about to reveal could be the difference between a home playoff run or a wild card nightmare away from home. But before I tell you everything that's happening behind the scenes in Dove Valley, click the like button if you believe this team is ready to reach Levi's Stadium. And if you've already yelled "Go Broncos" so loud that the neighbors complained, leave a comment below saying, "Let's go to the Super Bowl, guys." Alright, get ready, because this isn't just a game against the Chargers, it's a chess match for the soul of the AFC. Now let's dive into it. The Denver Broncos are officially the AFC West champions, something a lot of us here saw coming since August. And now, all eyes are on Week 18 against the Los Angeles Chargers, because everything hinges on that one final regular season game. Here's the deal. If the Broncos take care of business and beat the Chargers, they lock up the number 1 seed. Simple as that. A win means a first round bye, 2 home playoff games, and a clear path to Levi's Stadium for the AFC Championship. But if things get weird, if something unexpected happens, say Bo Nix gets struck with some bizarre combination of swine flu, COVID, and monkeypox, we could be looking at a very different road. That's why it's important to understand all the playoff scenarios in play. According to Vegas oddsmakers, the Broncos are strong 8.5-point favorites over the Chargers. And there's a good reason for that. Justin Herbert is dealing with a broken left wrist, and it's clear the Chargers are dealing with a mountain of injuries, especially on the offensive line. Because of that, there's strong speculation that LA might choose to rest their starters in this final game, especially since they can't win the division and are guaranteed a wild card slot regardless. Now why would they bench their starters? It all comes down to playoff positioning. The Chargers can still finish as high as the number 5 seed or as low as number 7, but they might want to land in the 7th spot to face a team like the New England Patriots in the first round. New England lacks a premier pass rusher and hasn't looked threatening lately, making them an ideal matchup. The Chargers already know they can't win the division. That's ours, baby, so their focus is likely on drawing the weakest opponent possible. And from where they're standing, that's New England. So don't be surprised if they take it easy this Sunday. Assuming the Chargers do rest Herbert and a few key pieces, the Broncos are expected to steamroll through this one. That scenario locks Denver into the top seed, with a much-needed break heading into the playoffs. But let's look at the other side of the coin. What if Denver somehow loses? If the Broncos drop this game and the Patriots or Jaguars win, we slide immediately to the number 2 seed. If both of those teams win and we lose, we might even fall to the number 3 spot, depending on tiebreakers. In that case, Denver could face Buffalo in the wild card round. Now, I know the name Buffalo Bills might make some fans nervous, but this isn't the same squad from last season. The Eagles just crushed them recently, and with -2 passing yards in the second half, they're not the fearsome contender they once were. The Broncos can take them, no doubt. Even if we do lose and still end up facing Buffalo, or even the Chargers again, there's confidence in this locker room. Jonathan Cooper recently went viral on Twitter for a post about the Chiefs that I won't repeat here, but let's just say the message was crystal clear. The Broncos run this division now, and you better believe Sean Payton is fired up too. He's been quote-tweeting national media all week, throwing shade at anyone doubting what this team has accomplished. Think about it, Denver ate the biggest dead cap hit in NFL history and still managed to not just compete but win the division in Payton's second season. That's unheard of. Even last year, despite the chaos, there were a few plays away from sneaking into the postseason. If Russell Wilson had punched it in from the goal line against Houston or held on against New England on New Year's Eve, we'd be having this conversation a year earlier. But that's the past, this is now. And what's happening now is magical. The energy from Broncos country is electric. Players are talking, coaches are chirping, and the playoffs are coming. Right now, the clearest path is this: win on Sunday, get the bye, host 2 playoff games, and make a run at the Super Bowl. If we win and the Chargers fall to the 7th seed, they could be our first playoff opponent at home. Then it's potentially the winner of Buffalo versus Houston for a shot at the AFC Championship. Let's pick up right where we left off, because there's still so much on the table. Assuming the Broncos take care of business and lock down the number 1 seed with a win over a banged-up Chargers team that's likely resting starters, the real intrigue begins with who's going to come out of that wild card weekend and make their way to Denver. The most likely scenario? If everything goes chalk, favorites win across the board, we're looking at a second-round matchup with the Los Angeles Chargers right here at Mile High. A divisional rivalry in the playoffs? That's as spicy as it gets. Here's how that shakes out. The Chargers, as the number 7 seed, would travel to New England and face a Patriots squad that, let's be honest, hasn't scared anyone this year. And if Justin Herbert is healthy, or even 80%, that's a winnable game for them, which would mean a third meeting this season between the Broncos and Chargers, and this time it's in the postseason. Familiarity breeds contempt, and we know how personal those games get. But Sean Payton and his crew have had their number, and with home field advantage, Denver would be the heavy favorite. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. If there's an upset or two in the wild card round, say the Bills beat Jacksonville or Houston takes down Pittsburgh, then we're talking about a very different type of challenge. Because while Buffalo might not be the same powerhouse as last season, they're still dangerous in single-game elimination. And Houston? They're the one team Payton himself has hinted at wanting to avoid until as late as possible. Why? Simple, explosive offense, nothing to lose, and they absolutely wrecked the Chargers in last year's playoffs. They're young, hungry, and playing with house money. Let's rewind to that dead cap number again for a second. What Sean Payton has managed to do in just his second season is borderline historic. That tweet he put out, the upside-down emoji quote tweeting a reporter praising the Rams and Sean McVay, wasn't just sarcasm. It was a statement. The Rams might have made a Super Bowl run with a loaded roster, but the Broncos have done it while carrying the biggest financial anchor in league history. And now they're not just playoff bound, they're hosting. And you can feel the momentum building. Social media is buzzing. Jonathan Cooper's bold post about the Chiefs isn't just talk, it's the kind of locker room energy that fuels deep playoff runs. This team isn't just trying to sneak in and get lucky. They're planning for February. They're planning for Levi's Stadium. Another piece to all of this? The mini-bye. After their Christmas night win, Sean Payton gave his players nearly a full week off before they report back to practice. That rest is crucial, especially considering the wear and tear from the long season. It's essentially an unofficial bye before the potential official first-round bye. That's a strategic edge that can't be overstated. Guys are getting healthier, minds are getting clearer, and the coaching staff gets extra time to break down potential playoff opponents. We also can't ignore what this win would mean psychologically. Securing the number 1 seed confirms what Payton has been preaching all year long, that this team is built to win now. That confidence bleeds into preparation, into execution, and into fan energy. Because make no mistake, when Mile High is rocking in January, it becomes one of the most intimidating environments in football. Now imagine this, it's the divisional round. The Broncos are coming off the bye, fully rested, facing a team that just played a physical wild card battle. The crowd is deafening. The snow might even be falling. And Sean Payton is dialing up his best game plan yet. That's the formula. That's the dream scenario. But let's play devil's advocate one more time. If things go sideways and Denver loses to the Chargers while New England and Jacksonville both win, we could drop to the number 3 seed and potentially face Buffalo immediately. That's a quick turnaround and a very different energy. It would still be a home game, but the tone changes. No bye, no extended prep, just a must-win game right out of the gate. That said, the foundation has already been laid. This team knows what it's capable of. They've survived adversity, from the early season doubts to mid-year injuries to national criticism. And now, they've got the chance to finish the regular season strong and head into the postseason with all the momentum in the world. Broncos country, we're right on the edge of something special. But I want to hear from you now. If you had to choose the most ideal playoff path to the Super Bowl, which 2 teams would you want to face in the divisional round and the AFC Championship? Drop it in the comments, and make sure you like and subscribe if you want more of this deep dive Broncos coverage. We'll be back with more updates as soon as the final playoff picture becomes official. Go Broncos! And keep believing, your team might just be headed to Levi's Stadium. And don't go anywhere, check out the video on screen now to get my full breakdown of the Broncos roster strengths heading into the postseason. Hit that like button, smash subscribe, and as always, Broncos country, let's ride.